5 video series. In this lesson, we're going to learn about the Gorilla Contact Manager. The Contact Manager allows you to store all your cast, crew, and company information and use that data for your schedules and budgets. To go to the Contacts module, from the Gorilla toolbar, select Contacts, and then All Contacts. When you enter the Contacts module for a project without any contacts, you will be prompted to import a contact list from another project. For now, I'm going to select No. The About Contact Manager screen will appear, giving you a brief explanation about the Contact Manager. One important concept to understand is that when you create a contact record, you can then attach that record to one or more contact categories. The contact categories are actors, crew, and agents and managers. Okay, so going back to the Contact Manager screen, your first blank record is already created for you. I'm going to enter a first name and a last name here. As you build your contact list, they will appear here on the left-hand side of the window. Let's attach this contact to a category. I'm going to attach this contact to the crew category. When you do this, you will notice that the bottom 3 tabs change to display the Crew Info tab. Underneath the Crew Info tab, there are more tabs, all related to the crew category. Detailed information about the crew will be explained in Lesson 18, Crew. But basically, this is where you can enter a crew title for your contacts. I'm going to select Director. Notice here the associated department for the crew title Director automatically appears, which is Production. Let's add an address for this contact. Click on the green Add button above the address window to create a new address entry for this contact. Enter some address information. When finished, select OK. To modify the address for this record, click on the address entry and the address window will open. You can delete this address entry by selecting the Delete button here in this window, or clicking on the red X next to the address. A contact record can have multiple addresses. To create another address for this contact record, select the green Add button and enter a different address for the contact. Phones, emails, and web addresses work the same way. To add one of these entries to a contact record, select the green Add button above the Phones, Emails window. Specify the type of entry you're creating. Then enter the phone or email address and click OK. I'm going to create 2 phones for this contact and 1 email address, so bear with me a second while I create them. Notice that there is a checkbox here, and only the first entry I created is checked. This is the default entry to use on some of the reports. If you want the contact's email address to print on a report, then select the checkbox for that row. You can print all of the phones and emails for a contact using the crew list report. Notice this checkbox here. Select this checkbox if you are entering a non-US standard phone. This will not automatically format the phone with parentheses around the area code. To print the crew list report, select Print from the File menu. Select the Contact Manager module, and then select the crew list report. Select Print. You can now print this report by selecting the Continue button up here, either to PDF or to your printer, or Cancel. Now, let's import a contact list from a tab-separated file, for example, Excel. In order to do this, you need to format your data into the proper columns. If you go to the Saved Schedules folder, you will find a sample Excel file which shows you how to properly format a file for import. Very simply, column A is the first name, column B is the last name, Column C is the address, etc. I'm going to hide this file and show you the import map into Gorilla. From the File menu, select Import Contacts, and then select from a text Excel file. This shows you the sample file, but with a column title, as you can see here. If your file is formatted in this manner, it will import nicely into the Contacts module. Now, click the Import button. Find the file you want to import. I'm going to navigate to the Saved Schedules folder and select the sample Import Contacts file, and click Open, then Continue. Now, on the next screen, you will see the contents of the Excel file on the left. Well, at least the first row, and the fields that they will import into on the right. Make sure they match up. Notice here there are 16 records that will import. Clicking on this right arrow will go to the next record. Dina Emerson, as you can see, is the second record. And if we take a quick look at the Excel file, you can see that this is correct. These arrows indicate that the data will move to that field. If everything is correct, select the Import button. Click OK on the Import Summary screen. When the import is complete, you will need to check for any errors. When your data is imported, none of the contacts will be attached to a category, for instance, actors or crew. You can individually attach each contact record to one or more of the categories, or you can add all contacts to a single category in one move. In the next lesson, we're going to cover crew basics, including crew titles, attaching crew to shoot days, and attaching unions and rates to crew members. That wraps up this lesson. Have a great shoot!